It is the height of summer in the year 1212, and thousands of children are marching towards the Mediterranean, determined to retake the Holy Land from Muslim rule. The scene is one of chaos and fervor, as young boys and girls, some barely 10 years old, stream out of the cities and towns of medieval Europe, answering a call to arms that has been spreading like wildfire. The movement, which would come to be known as the Children's Crusade, is a mysterious and poorly documented event, but it is clear that it was driven by a complex mix of religious fervor, economic hardship, and a desire for adventure. As the marchers make their way through the countryside, they are met with a mixture of amazement, curiosity, and suspicion by the local populations. Some see them as a divine sign, a miraculous occurrence that heralds a new era of peace and prosperity, while others view them as a threat, a potential source of instability and disorder. The leaders of the crusade, a group of charismatic young men, claim to have received visions from God, instructing them to embark on this perilous journey. They preach a message of salvation and redemption, urging their followers to abandon their worldly possessions and join them on their quest. Estimates suggest that tens of thousands of children set out on this journey, but the exact number is unknown. As they march, the children face numerous challenges, from the scorching heat of the summer sun to the scarcity of food and water. Many are forced to beg for scraps or scrounge for berries and wild herbs to sustain themselves. The smell of sweat, dirt, and hunger hangs over the crowds, a constant reminder of the hardships they endure. Despite these difficulties, the marchers press on, driven by their faith and their determination to reach the Holy Land. They sing hymns and chant prayers, their voices carrying across the landscape as they walk. According to later accounts, some of the children reported seeing visions of angels and saints, who appeared to them in dreams and urged them to continue their journey. The Pope, Innocent III, is said to have been opposed to the crusade, but his views were not universally shared. Many clerics and nobles saw the Children's Crusade as a misguided and potentially disastrous endeavor, while others viewed it as a genuine expression of faith and devotion. As the marchers continue on their way, they begin to face numerous challenges and obstacles. They are beset by hunger, thirst, and disease, and many begin to fall ill or drop out of the march. The leaders of the crusade, however, remain resolute, urging their followers to press on, despite the hardships they are facing. But as they approach the port city of Marseilles, they are met with a devastating blow. The ships that they had hoped to use to transport them to the Holy Land are not available, and the city's leaders are unwilling to provide them with assistance. The marchers are forced to disperse, with some attempting to find alternative routes to the Holy Land, while others return home, disillusioned and defeated. The fate of the majority of the marchers is unknown, but it is believed that many were sold into slavery, while others died from disease, hunger, or exposure. The Children's Crusade was a tragic and disastrous event, one that highlights the darker aspects of human nature and the dangers of unchecked fervor and zealotry. And yet, despite the devastating consequences of the crusade, it remains a fascinating and haunting episode in human history, a testament to the power of faith and the enduring allure of the unknown. As we reflect on the events of the Children's Crusade, we are left with a haunting question: what drove these young people to embark on such a perilous journey, and what ultimately became of them? The answer, much like the marchers themselves, remains lost to history, a mystery that continues to captivate and disturb us to this day. The legacy of the Children's Crusade can be seen in the many accounts and stories that have been passed down through the centuries, each one offering a unique perspective on this complex and multifaceted event. From the romanticized tales of medieval chroniclers to the more nuanced analyses of modern historians, the Children's Crusade remains a topic of enduring fascination, a reminder of the power of faith and the dangers of unchecked ambition. In the end, the Children's Crusade stands as a testament to the enduring power of human imagination and the boundless capacity for faith and devotion that has shaped the course of human history. As we look back on this tragic and fascinating event, we are reminded of the importance of understanding and empathy, and the need to approach the past with a critical and nuanced perspective. The Children's Crusade may be a mystery, but it is a mystery that continues to haunt and inspire us, a reminder of the enduring power of human faith and the unquenchable thirst for adventure that has driven humanity throughout the ages. The movement was not isolated to a single region, but rather spread across medieval Europe, with reports of similar marches and gatherings in modern-day France, Germany, and Italy. The social and economic context of the time played a significant role in the development of the Children's Crusade, as the region was experiencing a period of significant upheaval and change. The Crusades had created a climate of fervor and zealotry, with many people believing that the end of the world was near and that they needed to act quickly to save their souls. The economic situation was also dire, with many people struggling to survive due to poverty, famine, and disease. In this context, the Children's Crusade can be seen as a desperate attempt by young people to take control of their lives and to find meaning and purpose in a chaotic world. The movement was also influenced by the religious and cultural traditions of the time, with many of the marches being inspired by the stories of saints and martyrs who had given their lives for their faith. The use of music, art, and storytelling also played a significant role in the movement, with many of the marchers using these forms of expression to convey their message and to inspire their followers. As the marchers made their way through the countryside, they were met with a mixture of reactions, ranging from admiration and support to suspicion and hostility. Some people saw the marchers as a threat to the established order, while others viewed them as a symbol of hope and renewal. The movement also attracted the attention of the church, with some clerics and nobles viewing it as a legitimate expression of faith and devotion, while others saw it as a misguided and potentially disastrous endeavor. The aftermath of the Children's Crusade was marked by a period of reflection and soul-searching, as people struggled to come to terms with the devastating consequences of the movement. Many of the marchers who had survived the journey were left to pick up the pieces of their lives, trying to rebuild and recover from the trauma they had experienced. The movement also had a lasting impact on the church and society, leading to a re-evaluation of the role of faith and devotion in the lives of young people. The legacy of the Children's Crusade continues to be felt today, with many people still drawn to the story of this tragic and fascinating event. The movement serves as a reminder of the power of faith and the dangers of unchecked fervor and zealotry, and it continues to inspire and haunt us, a testament to the enduring power of human imagination and the boundless capacity for faith and devotion that has shaped the course of human history. The story of the Children's Crusade is a complex and multifaceted one, full of contradictions and paradoxes. It is a story of faith and devotion, of hope and despair, of adventure and tragedy. It is a story that continues to captivate and disturb us, a reminder of the enduring power of human faith and the unquenchable thirst for adventure that has driven humanity throughout the ages. As we look back on this tragic and fascinating event, we are reminded of the importance of understanding and empathy, and the need to approach the past with a critical and nuanced perspective. The Children's Crusade may be a mystery, but it is a mystery that continues to haunt and inspire us, a reminder of the enduring power of human faith and the boundless capacity for imagination and devotion that has shaped the course of human history.